Hi, Jen here from Jen Michelle Coaching, and today I want to talk about words you can use to pull him close. For those of you new to my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. I release a video Sunday of each week. Now, many of you that are familiar with my content know that I don't give out like a magical phrase that is going to suddenly spark and ignite a man's heart and attraction, because it has to be authentic and real. But I do want to go over some ways you can be mindful of your communication, connect authentically with who you are so a man can see you. And you can be that best version of yourself that your beautiful friends see, people that have known you for a lifetime, that you perhaps struggle to show to men because you're kind of caught in head trying to nail it or be perfect or say everything or do everything right. So let's talk about some ways you can enhance your communication, but still keep it completely real and true to who you are. Because the thing is, you are always enough, and it's just about letting a man see you. And to not get communication and conversation muddled with, avoidance of vulnerability, defensiveness, or any of that stuff that we can't always see that we're doing in the moment. Number one, I recommend always using I statements versus you statements. So I statements are taking responsibility for ourselves and our emotional experience. You statements are putting blame and responsibility on another person for our emotional experience. And maybe we feel totally justified in that, but we also want to be heard, and we want to create connection and intimacy with a man. And if we are throwing out a bunch of you statements, he's going to shut down, and he is not going to hear the rest of what you have to say, because he is going to feel blamed, he is going to feel reprimanded, and he's going to feel like a little boy being scolded by his mother. It's just the reality of it. So taking control by using I statements. I want, I don't like, I feel. Using I, but getting rid of you, is a powerful way to start enhancing communication and opening a man up to truly hear you and to want to connect to what your emotional experience is and to ultimately want to fix it. Number two, connect to your emotions. And a way we connect to our emotions is we drop down from the head. We see what it is that we're feeling. And if we're not used to moving into body to know what we're feeling, this is very challenging. Maybe we only know if we're feeling bad or good. And then we want to deepen that if we know that we're feeling, for example, bad. Well, why do I feel bad? What's coming up? Do I feel embarrassed? Do I feel shame? Do I feel humiliation? Do I feel insignificant or small? And you start to break down what your emotional experience is. Same in reverse. Do you feel not just good, but happy, joyful, excited, carefree, light, open? You're using a depth to connect more to what your experience is. So there's something in between good and bad that we can express and communicate, because the more we can connect to our emotions, the more able he's going to be to connect to his emotions when in our presence, because it allows him to open up his heart and feel something versus getting caught in those defense mechanisms or just headspace of trying to, come up with solutions or talk sense into somebody. Our emotional experience is sacred. So to be able to express that without blame or harshness or playing a game of hot potato with our emotions, we start to cultivate and invite something beautiful within him to be activated when in our presence. Number three, make sure you're not using strategy, and instead you're using heart-centered communication. Strategy is, what do I need to say to make this man do exactly what I want? Or what do I need to say to make him do or to get a certain need within me met? And heart-centered is more, how can I give love in this situation? How can I show up? How can I exist in a way that makes me proud and exit trying to get something from someone else, and instead just open myself up to give the very best version of myself, trusting that I can handle anything that comes my way. Because if we're building that beautiful strength on the inside, we can be that soft, warm, and open to others on the outside. And as a result of that, everything starts to shift. We start to look for ways we can contribute and give to others emotional experience, as opposed to trying to extract or get a need met by trying to make someone do something our way so we feel satisfied. And this is a real powerful shift that changes the way we interact in this world altogether. So if you tend to fall into how can I get, how can I extract, don't be hard on yourself for that, but recognize it. And instead, cultivate a different mindset. How can I show up? How can I give in a way that's going to make me feel just connected to something bigger than myself and my needs, that's going to make me proud, and that's going to expand and open me up and kind of crack that harder shell that perhaps you're used to relying on, but know deep down it isn't serving you. So I hope these 3 tips are super helpful for you and your situation. I love the topics you guys have shared with me. I get some of my best ideas from you on video topics. So please don't be shy. I would love your comments and feedback. And check out my website, jenmichellecoaching.com, for any additional information you may want on how to enhance your love life and how to really just be the best version of yourself. Sending you a lot of love today. Have a great week.